Hello everybody, welcome back, Space Engineers. I have grinded away most of the grav shaft. It is now a grav nub, and it's ready to be merged. I'm doing it a silly way this time though. As you can see, I've got it in such a manner that it's going to try to merge all these armor blocks together. It could cause problems. Let's find out. Can't merge ships. Some blocks would occupy the same... Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen that before. I don't like it. Maybe it's over here? Is it talking about right there? Or, like, do we need to create that buffer? Oh, no, it's right here, maybe. Oh, I think I did it. Except I just broke that piece away. I didn't want to do that. Do we need that? Let's put it back. We can put it back, easy enough. Just something like that. Go, and Tortwing. Get over here. Oops. What did I do? Oh, I went to third person. I did not do what I intended to do. Okay, so we're going to continue with what we were working on, kind of. I did some of the work off camera, but now we are ready. Which one's the welder? That's center. That's a welder. Okay, let's not weld me. I still have welding and grinding up, although I could probably turn welding down now. Bonk. Connect back. There we go. Fixed. Whoops. And then we can grind those right off. And goodbye. So last episode, I think the sorter was off. I turned it back on. The timer block wasn't triggering the program block, so that's why nothing was getting sorted. Rectified. Okay. So I was looking at this, and let's back away. Let's get a nice aerial view. Aerial view? Profile view? Side view? So yeah, I was looking at this, and I didn't like how, like, it was going to look really tall, I felt. Like basically a giant sphere. That's not kind of what I'm going for. So that's why I decided to shorten the grav shaft quite a lot. And then I decided to, before we were angling kind of way back here and starting to go up, so I extended that a lot further. So it's going to kind of have a flat bottom, octagonal shape. And then it'll start climbing, I think. So that's what we're going to try. And right now I'm trying to blend it with everything else, and I think we'll look at maybe placing these thrusters in to see how that looks. But I still want to keep things movable. So like right here, I might just keep that one heavy armor there, so that if we do want to move this up or down, I can. But now we can attach it all the way down to this thing. And see what this all looks like, see if we can get a shape going. I kind of have enough of the infrastructure on the ship, I think, figured out. At least the bottom hull. Like, I know what I want to do here, so I think we're good to put in the armor. Whereas the top, I don't want to put in the armor for the top yet, because I'm not sure where that's going to be. Okay. But yeah, I think this is pretty safe. Okay, so if this went like that... So what we're looking at, and I don't know exactly if this is what I want, to be honest, because what this will mean is we're going to have this groove right here. So if you see this wall there, it's going to be the same on the other side. So we'll basically have this gouge out of the ship. So if you're looking at the ship this way, you'll see this little trench, which might be actually cool. And actually, I guess it'll give visual to the grav shaft. And maybe that's where Molar will be too. Okay, alternatively we could try to slope this a bit more so it's not coming straight down like at this. Maybe it'll start beveling more, so maybe I'll move this over a bit and then we'll slope up. But for now, I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so in terms of armor here, so we don't need too much armor, it sounds like. It might be a bit overkill, but I think I still want to go overkill on the bottom. Just in case this thing ever crashes into an asteroid or something. My biggest fear is if we lose a thruster and it's too close to a cargo container, maybe it'll take out the cargo container, which will explode and send out all of its contents. I said all of your contents. And then that'll explode, cause the next one to explode, and we'll basically lose a whole chunk of the ship. So I don't want that kind of vulnerability. So that's kind of why I think I want to do some extra layer here. Maybe we'll just do one layer of heavy and one layer of light. I'm not sure. Or 2 and 1. Same for the outside of the ship. I'll probably just do 2 layers of heavy armor, I think, and then 1 layer of light armor on the inside. So that we can have light armor on the inside, because I'm not too big of a fan of the camo. I like being able to use the solid colors here on the inside of the ship. So I think that's the gold. The gold, not the gold. My words, they don't come out right most of the time. My brain, it's defective. Not really, I don't think. Maybe a little. Maybe all of our brains are defective to some degree. So let's see what we can do with our thruster placement here. I want to see if we can make like a nice octagon looking thing. So if that was the level we want them, let's think about the position we want them. I saw that Torwing. Turn off your welder. That's right. Okay. So do we want one giant cluster in the diagonal center? So basically where these sorting is, this conveyor line, that's the center diagonally. So we could have a cluster of thrusters there, or we have a cluster here and a cluster here. I think I like the idea of having 2 clusters. So let's take a look at that. Where would we center it? And we'll do the same thing with these thrusters. We'll get like the array built, like the octagon thing. And if we want to shift it around a block or 2, we'll be able to do that. I've also been working on another Tugger ship. I have something made up that maybe we can take a look at before the episode's over. And then maybe we'll look at building him in an upcoming episode. Maybe we'll look at automating the crane to some degree so that we can build him. So that might be the order we do things. Get the crane going with some automation. I'm thinking just some basic timer blocks where it'll go through an arc and then extend, go through the arc, extend, and then at the end of the cycle go up and repeat. So hopefully I can get something that's not too complex with timer blocks. And we'll see if we can build a new Tugger with that. Okay. Let's center it right here. Is that enough space? Let's try. What else do I have on my bar? I've not set up my hotbars in a while. These are all just remnants of old projects, and I keep just smacking more blocks in there. Okay, if I do want to do that, so say we have 2, so that's the center. Okay, let's also get a thruster on there. And we could add some small thrusters in there if it looks cool. So if that's the center, we won't actually put a thruster there, maybe. Or maybe we'll put a small thruster. Let's grab small. Bam. Okay. And then in terms of symmetry here, so we'd have to have kind of a 3x3 gap, actually, to allow the large thrusters to be all centered around it. I still don't know how we're going to get an octagon, if it's even going to be possible, or if this is just going to be like a circle. It's probably going to be a circle. It's kind of like an octagon. Sure, why not? Okay. 2. 3. Counting with Morilibus. How to place thrusters. Poorly. So that's 4. Don't really like how close this is to this stuff. Because that's yeah, that's all deformed too. So that's probably not a good location, but we could shift it over. And actually now that this thing is back on, we could actually take Tugger and fly away. And we could attach to other things. So we could go attach to the thrusters and move them around. Because I think right now it's probably best just to get the layout of them, maybe, instead of trying to figure out exactly where they go. Let's get a cool looking layout and then we'll try to squeeze them in. So now we could either do some more small, so we could just do a mix of small. I don't know how big of a cluster we want. But this is the direction I want the ship to be able to move the fastest in, so flying upwards, basically. So if we do want to travel great distances or whatever, or accelerate quickly, we would travel in that direction. Kind of like how we left the asteroid by moving up. That will be our goal. And it's hard to tell when they're all unfinished. So that's not that many. Should we do another ring? Or do we even have enough room to do another ring? Not really. So it looks like they have to come down a bit. And maybe out towards where we are right now. So let's get a merge block. And let's see. So this will be us working together, trying to figure things out. If you like this, let me know. I'm always interested in knowing what you guys like about the episodes. Actually, for a experiment, what you could do, either for this episode or just the series in general, you could say what your favorite part of the episode is, or a favorite part of the series. If you have like a favorite part of some episode that you remember, you could say what your favorite part is, and then also what your least favorite part is. So if there's something in my videos that I do that you hate, now's the time to tell me, in a nice, polite, constructive way. But yeah, it might be fun. So if you haven't, even if you haven't commented before, maybe this is the time to do so. Just say, hey, I like when you do this, I don't like when you do that. And yeah, it could go a long way to improving the series. Are we hitting that? No. And merge. Nope. Merge. Wait for it. Got it. All right, let's disconnect here. Are you actually connected there? No. Got some deformation going on. The downside of this, the light armor, I guess, especially with like Tortwing buzzing about, causing thruster damage to them. Okay, so we should be free, I think. Free to face the life. That's ahead of me. Okay. So yeah, I think it would have to go that way and then this way. To some degree. We can't really look down while we're in the ship. Cockpit's on the wrong side. Do you have a remote control, sir? Well, you don't have an antenna, so the answer is no. The new Tugger does. The new Tugger has remote control and antenna, so that we could remote. You guys should probably just be charging, I guess. And we're just running off the reactor, although that's going to be charging the batteries too, isn't it? Screw efficiency. Let's just get stuff done. Why is this? Are you actually off, or are you just pretending to be off? You are just pretending to be off. Very good then. Carry on. Alright, how's that look? Any better? Looks exactly the same. So if that is where we put our thrusters, that's quite recessed to this bottom part of the ship. I think we should probably... Let's move them out further. Let's move them out. Tortwing, you kind of look like you're going to be in the way. So let's just play it safe. Okay. Let's bring them out further. Away from the cargoes even. Why do we want them near the cargoes? To cause explosions? Not like thrusters explode or anything. Okay. It's not like they're a warhead. Because if we go out here, we could actually make a larger cluster too. We back up and see what that would look like if we did. So what we want to do is kind of curve, almost curve this up to meet here. Let's see. Should we add another layer around? Let's try. Where'd those thrusters go? Okay, what if we put a small one in the middle there, and then large. Same thing all around. Bam. Sound effects are necessary. Unless, of course, that's one of the things you dislike in the episode. I have feelings. Don't worry. I don't have feelings. Okay. That's more impressive, I think. And then we can't see it on this side because the merge block's in the way, but that is okay. It would be... we can kind of get one in, maybe. Something like that, and we could add another little thruster there. And there'd be one right there. Okay, good enough? All the way around? That's one thing I always feel like rushed in episodes. Like you want to get so much done. So you just kind of half-ass everything. And then I do it after. Okay, Tortwing. Assist us in a view. I guess we could do that. Just put him down here. And go into his camera every time we want to look. Hard to say, really. But the cluster's probably good. I kind of think we should bring it down more. So less... instead of just giving us those 3 blocks, why don't we just give ourselves more space? And then maybe we can have something else under here as well later on. Some other hidden stuff. Oxygen generation or something, who knows? So yeah, what if these were down here? That might look better, and then it's not so recessed. And then it's a matter of trying to get this to blend up to that. How can we do that? I'm not sure about the angle or how to do it, but let's do a rough 45 here, see what that would look like. Probably want that to come down to there. So it wouldn't be much of a slope, if any. We could almost come straight across and then just slope up 45 or 30. Yeah, okay. Well, why don't we leave that for now? Let's take a look at Tugger Two. Tugger Two. Oh, we gotta put a new thing there. Skimmer the cephalodroid. Not to be confused with hemorrhoids. Okay, okay. Projector. And... nope. Wrong button. Tortwing. Come to me. Who left you all the way down there? What a fool he was. I wonder if... I imagine all of our iron's done processing now. Ooh, speaky. Tortwing, you are drunk. Or you're flying like you're drunk. I'm probably hitting stuff. Really? Oh, I did not load those into you. That is right. That is my bad. I can manage those, I think. 2 of them. See if I can do my... there we go. Good enough. So let me know what you think of Tugger 2. Shortly, once you've seen it. Obviously not yet, because you haven't seen it. So you can't let me know. So if you're letting me know right now, it's premature. And you should stop. Okay. Let's get into here. Oh. Okay. And the projector block used to be here, but it got destroyed. Well, I destroyed it. Projector. Chip. Station. Must be you. The only one left. Okay, let me load up the blueprint. Tugger 2. Not to be confused with Tugger 2. Tugger 2. It's loading. Wait for it. Oh no, it's not loading. I lied. Okay. Tugger 2 is blue. And you're in the floor. Let's raise you out of the floor. Did I? Did not. I should. There we go. Nope. Nope. Up you go. Oh, wow. You might be difficult to weld. And we'd probably rotate them. I didn't put the rotates, but I figured we could just rotate the rotor. Rotor. Ooh, did I? I think I added it here, maybe. Yeah. There we go. So we'll see. I mean, we could just weld it the same way we welded skimmer. Man, look at that LOD on the crane head there. It's like a square. Get closer. Bam. Oh, hello. Shh. You're right by the mic. They heard you really loudly. Unless I edited it. Oh, you're still rotating. Switch directions. So we could probably build it in like this position. Or maybe we'll make it similar to what we did skimmer there, I guess. Angle it towards the crane. Kind of like so. That way it doesn't have to... With its arcs, it'll pass across a larger portion of the ship. Theoretically, perhaps, maybe. So yeah, here's Tugger Two. Tugger Two has an interior. I don't know if that's going to be useful or annoying, but we'll see. It does have sensors to automatically open the doors, similar to skimmer. And just a little walkway up here and a cockpit. But from the cockpit you can't see too much, mainly because the cockpit actually blocks most of your view when you're sitting in it. You can still see the screen. So it has 2 merge blocks instead of just the 1. And that's kind of so it can grab 2 things, or so we can use 2 merge blocks to help it level itself better. And then also a landing gear. I had this as a merge block originally, but this would give it a more dual purpose if it could also grab things with its landing gear to temporarily move things around if there's no merge block in place, kind of thing. So that's that. It doesn't have too much in thrusters, but it has more than the other one. So it has 3 in every direction. And then it also has 2 large ones for the back and another 3. So the large ones for the back I plan on having off for the most part, unless the ship is attached to something big we want to move. So like moving our station, like I was putting like big large thrusters there that one time. But I don't think we should do that. I think we should just keep these guys here until we figure out where we want our actual thrusters. If we need more thrust, we'll do it. I think one of you said this in the comments as well. Just use Tugger to move the ship, kind of thing. And that's kind of what I did to move them up here the first time, or this time, the successful time, the real time, is I used Tugger. Tugger was merged, so we had those 6 thrusters, and then we had Tugger's thrusters as well help them move the station instead of just those. So that'll be good. And if we build, I kind of want to build 2 of these guys. So if we wanted to, we could merge 2 of them to the station and really move it quicker, kind of thing. So it has solar power. I do want to continue with the battery idea because I don't really have any ships that have batteries. So it has a lot of batteries. Where are they? Batteries, I think, are... There we go. So I put some timer blocks in here too, just in case we need them. I think there's only like 3. And there's a gyro, 2 gyros, and 4 reactors. So there's a reactor here that's connected to this one, and then there's this one here that's connected to that one. So from this axis and this axis, we can fill all 4 reactors. And there'll probably be backups, but those reactors are enough to power this whole thing. I think 3 was actually enough, so I went with 4. Overkill. And then batteries, we have a lot. So 1, 2, 3... Well, not that many. We have 12. I guess we could look at the actual blueprint. Let's see here. Projector. Oops, I didn't start my timer back up. How long's the episode? Nobody knows, except all of you. Warning, projection out of bounds. Psh. I'll tell you. This is probably an easier way to tell what's going on. Small reactors 4, flight seat 1, batteries 12, antenna 1, gyroscopes 2, large thrusters blah, 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 blah. What's flashing? What's my hand? Look at my hand. What are you doing? Magic. So yeah, in terms of automating this, so someone gave an idea, instead of doing those large memory sticks of mine, we should do a rotor trick, or the rotor thing, so go from large ship to small ship and make a cluster. So I think what I would like to do, and maybe we'll do that before we do this, let me know. Otherwise, we could build it the same way we build skimmer if we want to get into the world quicker. If we want to have more fun with it, we could try to automate the crane first, or we could build one just manual, and then the second one we'll build auto. That'll give us time to mess around with the station a bit longer before having to do infrastructure. So what I want to do is put a control room with a bunch of where all of our computer blocks will go, and our timer blocks and LCD screens. And we discussed having it up here above the cav shaft. So I want to do that. Oh, look, steel plate up there. For now, I'm going to leave this. I think I got to be careful when I take this apart. Like, I think this, the way I have it, the projector's holding on to this glass. The glass is holding on to these guys, and these guys are holding on to the bottom of the glass. So if I take away this top glass or the projector block, I don't think there's anything holding these guys in place. I was wondering, like, if I put a block here, does that connect to the? Kind of looks like it does. Yeah, that would probably do it. I guess if I did that, I could take away that. I'll test that later. What I'll probably end up doing, wherever our floor ends up being for our computer room, we'll move this up. Because I like that look. So I think we'll keep that as the center of the room. And then somewhere, we'll put a rotor. We'll probably have a few of these. So maybe like 4 of them, maybe in the corners. So let's get a rotor real quick. I don't think we have too much time to mess around with this, but we can mess around with it a bit. So maybe like that. And then what we do is get rid of you, right? And then we can bring in a rotor part. Rotor part. Hang on. Torring? Get over here. Let's try this real quick. Okay. That's your grinder. I want your welder. But don't smash your grinder in because it's off screen. Phone. Phone. Come on, phone. Actually, I think co-streaming. I think that's what it is. Co-streaming, everybody. Well, not right now. It's too late. You've missed it. Okay, so if we do that, and if we give Tortwing a growth, I know you always get growths, I'm sorry. And then the rotor part, let's find that. Rotor part. And we put that there. Now we'll have to finish it. I need steel tube 6 and 8. Whoop. Oh, that's all we got. Good. And 10, that'll do it. Okay, if we do that, we should be able to attach that into there, I do believe. I haven't actually done this survival. So who knows? Let's try it. Back, forward, rotate, 360 degrees. Insert slot A. Okay. Ooh, 8. Looks pretty good. Okay, now what if we go to mobile base now and look up that rotor? It's incomplete. Oh. Is it too incomplete to hook up? Oops. No. I wonder if it's incomplete because it's missing its rotor head, or if it's actually missing parts. Or this is just not the right rotor. I think it is. Okay, let me see if I can figure this out. Oh, there we go. That's probably it. There's your problem. Okay, maybe. Maybe not. Attach. Why, I oughta. I'm gonna get you to attach. You're gonna attach. Oh, wait. Wait. Who am I in? Trigger. Ow. Let's try that. Okay, what that means it's just going to be trying to... Oh, there we go. It's just going to be trying to attach constantly. And it did. So now if we do rotor 2 and give you some velocity, you're going to try to spin Torchwing around. It's beautiful. Just, oh, don't hit. Don't hit. Don't hit. You're good. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, but not that. We'll set you free. You're free. But yeah, from that we can then basically build a whole crap ton of those things. Timers. And even like program blocks and stuff. I don't really need you rotating anymore though. That was just for fun. Let's turn you off. We could also, I guess, turn that off. So stop. It's no longer trying to connect. But yeah, like this little computer, which actually looks kind of cool too. So we could have a whole, like, you could stand one place and have access to a bunch of these little computers. So I really like that idea. And I don't think this will cause too much of a problem with like moving parts. I mean, we've got a crane there, it's moving part. We've got our repair bay, moving part. You need steel plate. Oh. Well, fine. Demo over. I bet they can hear my mouse. So yeah, what do you think of that, guys? So imagine a room here, standing, glass, right at our feet. We'll have like a giant cube of timer blocks. Maybe we could even have it rotating all the time just for effect. I'm not sure. I was thinking maybe having it actually sandwiched between two rotors instead of just off of one. So it'll be kind of right between two. So it'll be more secure, basically. It wouldn't be able to angle left and right. So I think when we're moving, that might help, because it would basically be attached down there and at the top. So that might help with those things maybe breaking free. But we could also create like a projector block on there, probably right at the base, so that if we lose it, we can just project it back in and restore all the timer blocks and stuff like that. So I think as long as we're careful, we could avoid catastrophes and such. Alright, well, I think we're probably out of time. Probably. So yeah, let me know. Tugger Two, do you like it? Do you have any suggestions? There is a camera here. I didn't go over that. That gives a decent view. I think good enough anyway. It's still kind of iffy with trying to orientate it. Could maybe put a camera somewhere back there to give us a better perspective on it. Or just, you know, use third camera view and move the camera around as we do. But yeah, I think we'll end it here. We got some work done on the base. We looked at Tugger Two, and we've kind of starting to figure out the controller room, I think, for the station. So that might be nice to get done, and then we can start moving these program blocks out of just random locations. I'm not sure what to do with this. We'll probably keep these guys, and I'll probably just insert them somewhere else here, maybe like right at the back. They'll just be standing vertically, as long as they're not in range of the pistons to get smashed. And then if you're in here looking back, you just see a wall of timer blocks that would maybe be blinking and stuff. Alright, that's it. Yak over. Bye-bye. World download available. Updated to episode 65. Check out my workshop files if you want to check out the base before we moved it. So it's still down there, and you can play around with the graph shaft, skimmer, molar, all that stuff if you like. So yeah, check the description for the link to my workshop files. Bye-bye.